Alright, first off, I'm gonna say this. Um, yes, this is real life, this is not in VR. I know, y'all so shocked by my awesome face reveal. Yeah, I know. And I also know this hat looks absolutely stupid, so I'm not gonna be wearing that anymore. But, if you read the title and, saw the thumbnail, you'd see what we'd be talking about right now. Yeah. The two Dave Pilkey book adaptations, the Dog Man and Captain Underpants. Low book adaptation, or movie adaptations, I should say. So yeah. First we're going to be going off the Captain Underpants movie, because that one came first, and it's just better in my opinion. So, basically, the Captain Underpants movie is way too damn bright in my room, but I don't feel like changing that. This movie is basically just a recap off of the first ones with a little change, because obviously Professor Poopy Pants. I'm gonna sound really stupid if you've never watched the movie, but basically it's about Professor Poopy Pants. I know, such an awesome name. It's this teacher who kind of hates laughter because he's made fun of and stuff. And yeah. Also, if you don't know like the plot of Captain Underpants, these two kids named George Beard and Harold Hutchins basically get this hypno ring and turn their like mean principal that hates everything into a superhero that they made called Captain Underpants. A bunch of shit happens. It's pretty cool. And yeah. So the movie's just kind of like a recap of the first book with like some of the newer things turned in, like Professor Poopy Pants, who was also at one point named Tippy Tinkle Trousers. I think it's been a while since I've read that. Plus, I'm gonna put it in the video somewhere. The soundtrack for the Captain Underpants movie is like the best soundtrack to have ever existed on planet Earth. I do not care.
La la! Are you worried about impending doom? Aha! Those evil villains got you filled with gloom. But don't you fear, there's a hero in the sky, the sky.
He's still a work in progress.
It's not a bird and it's not a plane. Aha! And it's not an egg salad sandwich. It's the waistband warrior. Here is mighty battle cry. La la la! Hey, watch out, crime!
Yeah. So that's something. Next we're gonna talk about the Dog Man. Now, Dog Man, I don't have the DVD for it, so I can't show you. But I do have the book. Dog Man, I actually grew up with, like, I think it was 3rd grade or something. I started reading these books, and I just owned basically every single one of them. But the movie, which is also made by DreamWorks, is basically an adaptation of the first 3, with that being the original Dogman Unleashed and Tale of Two Kitties. Yeah, that's what it's called. Basically, and like some of the newer ones sprinkled in. But basically what it's about is, Dogman, which, let me tell you his backstory, so like you really get to understand it. So there's these 2 police officers. There's Greg the dog and Knight the cop. And they get like exploded in an explosion bomb, yeah. And they get like, the dog's head gets sent into the cop's body. And that's basically the entire backstory of the movie's basically about that, and the main villain, Petey the Cat, which is voiced by Pete Davidson, which was the dude who voiced Marmaduke in the Netflix remake. He does much better in this movie, trust me. But yeah, so they fight this like evil robot fish with telekinetic powers, which was the main villain of the second and Fest 22, which you'd have to understand the series for you to understand what I'm talking about. But yeah. So just a bunch of random stuff happens. Now, this movie is it goes on a little too long than it should, because like on the first watch, it should end much sooner than it did, but on the like 3rd or 2nd time, it's normal. So yeah, that's all really I have to say. I might make something if they make a Super Diaper Baby movie, which you'd also have to know what that is for you to understand what I'm talking about. Another Dave Pilkey book. that's really all I'm we're gonna talk about in this video. Alright, yeah. So, yeah, this is the first non-Yeeps video I made in a while. And the first one I showed my awesome, beautiful, amazing, totally perfect face. So yeah. Also, you see this movie wall. I'm going to be pulling DVDs off this all the time, so get used to it. Because there's like over 1,000 movies on this wall, so just get used to me pulling shit off there. Yeah. Alright, well, bye-bye.